Most runners believe getting older means slowing down or quitting running altogether. But that's not actually true. In this video, I'm going to show you how runners in their 50s and beyond can stay pain free and keep running for decades. I'm Dr. Peralta, a physical therapist and run coach, and over the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds of runners get pain-free, improve their performance, and go on to run marathons, even in their 50s and 60s. So why many runners quit or slow down in their 50s? See, many runners believe getting older automatically means you have to slow down or quit running because you're afraid of you're going to get worsening arthritis, that your knee's going to give out or your hip's going to give out. And I understand that because, injuries are unfortunately very common, especially folks who are training for marathons. Almost every year, the numbers vary, but up to like 90% of runners get hurt. You can see this image here from the New York Times, and 9 out of 10 runners have to sit out of training every year. And there's typically folks training for a marathon, typically due to an injury. And as a physical therapist, I see this every marathon season, folks coming in because of all sorts of injury, runner's knee, shin splints, Achilles tendonitis. And many runners try to solve the pain by either running more instead of recovering better, or they continue to run while doing their rehab. Then they go, oh, the physical therapy, the rehab's not working. Or maybe they're doing the wrong rehab. That is possible. And unfortunately, many runners, they take up the sport of running, and then it's one-dimensional sport. They don't do anything else outside of running, right? They lack the strength and mobility to make the joints when they're very stiff, they're now less able to handle the demands of running, right? So running is a high-impact sport, anywhere from like 2 to 3 times your body weight every time your foot hits the ground. So it's a ground reaction force, you can see in the image here. And these forces can vary. And then if you're overweight, the forces even get multiplied even more, because if you're overweight, now you're adding an additional fourfold factor. So even if you're just 10 pounds overweight, that's 40 pounds of additional force going through your leg every time the foot hits the ground when you're running. So now you compound it with running alone is very high impact. And then if you're overweight, that's even more stress on the body as well. And if you have a sedentary lifestyle, right? Maybe you have a desk job or you just stand all day for work or something, that's going to create stiffness that could help contribute to back, hip, and knee pain as well. Running alone is not going to fix that. But I'm like, oh, I'm just going to run. Running's going to, I don't have to do any strength training or mobility training because I'm running, right? That's exercise. Yes, running is a type of exercise, but it doesn't cover all the attributes that's needed to keep you healthy, strong, and mobile. So, if you want to copy this Google Doc and to learn more about running pain-free, I'm sharing it in my free online run group. Click the link in the description to join. So what I've created is the athletic runner method. And this is the secret. I've noticed that many folks who take up running just you don't have to be an elite athlete, but it's about to move your body for longevity, right? To move your body as an athlete for longevity. Again, it's not about, winning world records or qualifying for the Olympics. It's about being healthy. And so the method I like is run less, recover more, right? So if you're the type of runner who likes to run 6 or 7 days a week, go just 3 runs a week, right? 3 runs a week to reduce impact while maintaining your fitness. Doing mobility training to restore normal range of motion so your body can tolerate running. Strength training for runners to build stronger muscles, tendons, and joints. So it's not about doing any type of random strength exercise. Because some people are like, oh, I'm just going to do some random class at some gym, or I'm going to train like a bodybuilder. Those have different aspects. Like for one, when we train like a bodybuilder, that's way too much volume of strength training. That could also increase your risk of injuries because now you're too exhausted from the bodybuilding routine. Then when you try to go run, you're not going to have a quality run workout because you've already pre-exhausted yourself with bodybuilding style of strength training. So it's not about strength training like a bodybuilder either, or doing random workout classes at some gym or something, or some app. Again, these things are more like cardio. Sometimes people are like, oh, I'm going to do this circuit style boot camp class at my gym that they offer for strength training, but more often than not, it's more like cardio. It's just another way of getting yourself tired. It's not actually targeting the right muscle groups that's needed to make you a healthier, more efficient runner. And then when you do it the right way, you could actually replace excessive mileage with proper strength and explosive training to maintain or even improve your performance. I've seen this multiple times where people are actually running less, but then we improve their performance because we're doing the right exercise, not about doing random, strength exercises or mobility drills. So using structured programming instead of guessing, again, trying to wing it is not the way either, right? You're like, oh, I'm just going to go wing it. No, you don't want to be a winger. You actually want to pinpoint exactly the right exercise your body needs to get stronger. It does make a difference, right? And when you do it this way, you'll be able to prevent a lot of these overusage. Or if you're already injured, when you do the right type of training, you could let your body heal and get rid of this nagging pain or injuries that you're currently dealing with. So the kind of framework is a smart running, mobility training, and strength training. And if you want to check out the study that I'm talking about, where explosive training can improve 5K running time by improving running economy and muscle power. This is one study, but I've also seen this in the real world when working even with half marathoners, that when we get them to run less, but improve their overall holistic approach to their training, they can enjoy running half marathons or full marathons with really drastically reducing the risk of injury. Right. And you can see kind of this figure, what strength training does, right? It can improve your anaerobic power, your neuromuscular capacity, it improves your running economy, running efficiency. And obviously, you still need to run, but you don't need to run as high mileage or as many days of the week as you may have previously thought. And as range of motion, right? So you could, if you're like curious if you're stiff or not, you could do these simple range of motion tests, right? You see, okay, how much range of motion do you have in your hips, your knees, or your ankle? You can see in the figure, or your lower back. So you do these simple tests here, and you're like, oh man, you'll oftentimes notice you have some restrictions. Another simple test is, can you even go into a pistol squat? If you find that you can't do the single leg pistol squat with good range of motion, good balance or control, that's another indicator that you need to work on your strength, your balance, your mobility. And then even power training, right? Jumping. Are you able to like jump onto a high box? And if you can, it's like, okay, we need to work on your power as well. When you get the mobility, the strength, and the power, all these attributes trained in the right way, you oftentimes improve your running performance, decrease your risk of injury, and enjoy running for longevity well into your 50s and beyond. So I've noticed this with a lot of my runners, right? Many runners who I worked with, whether they're coming to me for knee pain, even if they're in their 50s with like arthritis. All right, so here's one of my clients here. She actually was told that she had, bone-on-bone arthritis, that she may have to get a knee surgery. We avoided the knee surgery, and she's actually in her 60s, She's in her 60s. We worked together online. She even tried PT somewhere else. She didn't get the right results. She got somewhat better, but not fully recovered. I helped bridge the gap there, give her runner-specific exercises, retrained her gait patterns, her running form, restored her knee mobility, and she got healthier, avoided surgery, and went on to run New York City Marathon last year, right? So it's possible with the right training program to enjoy running, and in some cases even avoid knee surgery if you're like a candidate for knee surgery, right? And, she took a complete overhaul to her health and fitness. Many runners notice that they're able to maintain or even improve their performance by even running like 30% less of what they're currently running, right? By swapping out some of that running volume with the strength explosive training. Many runners improve their form, their technique. They notice less stiffness, aches, and again, the ability to run into your 50s, 60s, and beyond. So I currently have 2 spots open and work with me privately for one-to-one coaching to help you run pain-free, run for longevity. If you're curious, there's a link to apply in the description. First come, first serve. So the key lessons for longevity and running. Running longevity isn't about grinding more and more miles or running more and more days. It's about training like an athlete. Again, it's not about being an elite athlete, but just a smart runner, not just a hobby jogger. Combine smart running volume, strength training, and mobility work so your body can handle the demands of the sport. Follow the structure and you can stay pain-free and enjoy running for decades.